Hello everybody. I thought I'd just mix it up a bit. Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. Orange poppy seed muffins, anyone? We've got 16 to go around. Orange poppy seed muffins are such a classic and all of our citrus are in season. But if you don't like oranges, you can make this with lemon, you can make it with mandarin, you can make it with whatever you like. And I'll show you how easy they are. I'll just move these out of the way so you're not tempted. Now the first thing we're going to do to make these beautiful little cakes is combine our dry ingredients and no sifting. So we're just putting 3 cups of plain flour, all-purpose flour, and that's about 300 grams for those that are weighing it. But I'm not weighing mine today. I think you guys that weigh everything are the ones that are using your Thermomix. Well, I don't have one of those, so old school it is. And then of course, we need poppy seeds, and we're putting 2 tablespoons, and we're using our new tablespoon measure. Courtesy of Andrea from Boise. I said Boise wrong when we made the oatmeal cake with the broiled topping. That was Andrea's. And I said Bose, and it's Boise. I should have checked that before saying it. Boise is so much nicer, isn't it? Now, just to confuse you guys today, we're using baking powder and baking soda. So we want 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then we want just half a teaspoon of bicarb soda. And then the last thing we need is half a teaspoon of salt. And then because we didn't sift, we are just gonna whisk these ingredients together. Much neater than sifting, isn't it? And that's it for that. We can just set that aside. Now I'm just using an old glass bowl today because we are using our handheld. Watch out, Mel's got an appliance. And these things do scratch your good bowls. So I never use these things in my good bowls. So you'll always see me use it in one of these. Now the things we're gonna whisk up, obviously, is our sugar and our butter. So we need 1 cup of granulated sugar. Now this is my half cup measure. I overfilled my sugar pot, didn't I? I don't like the chances of me getting me big cup measure in there. And for those of you that are weighing, that's about 200 grams. And then our butter, I've just got some cubed butter here that I've just had out going to room temperature. But as you guys know, room temperature in my house is pretty cold. And I've got 120 grams. If you just want to halve your block and put 125, you go right ahead and put 125. And then to this, I'm also adding a little bit of oil. And that little bit is 1/4 cup. Now I'm just using olive oil. You can use any type of vegetable oil, but just have a taste of it before you use it. And one oil I do not recommend in your baking is avocado oil. You can taste it through your baking, so don't use it. It might be good in other things, but not your baking. Well, not a nice sweet cake anyway. And now we're just gonna get this a whisking. On slow to start with, slow for learners. Not meaning you, meaning me. Now I'm just gonna keep that on low until it becomes a bit of a paste. And then I can turn up my speed and we're gonna whip this for a couple of minutes. We're not gonna be lazy today. We're gonna get this nice and light and fluffy. And once your mix starts to come together, it's pretty much impossible to get all that stuff that's around your sides. So just scrape it down. And then we can go for it. Ooh. Faster, you reckon? I reckon too. Now I've been whisking that for probably about 30 seconds. Well, my version of 30 seconds. And I want to get some orange zest into here. So I've got the zest of 2 oranges, and they were only medium oranges. Now I cheated with my zest. Instead of grating it and grating my knuckles, which I'm sick of doing, I just peeled my orange and then I chopped it all up by hand like you would if it was herbs. And I reckon I got way more zest doing it that way. So I've probably got every bit of that zest off those oranges. I cut the pith off, don't worry. So zest of 2 oranges, and I'm just going to put half of it in, just half. And then you just put this other half aside because we've got plans for that. Now let's get back to this whisking. How fast were we going? Oh, there's numbers on here. Oh, that's 7. Oh, I should keep an eye on it, shouldn't I? No chitty-chatting. And then after a couple of minutes, it should have lightened in colour and it should look nice and light and fluffy. And now we can add a couple of eggs, which I didn't get out. I'll just grab a couple. Now I've got some different eggs today, some eggs that I haven't used before, and I'm not completely happy with them. So I'm just going to break them into a bowl before I put them into here, just in case. Oh, that was a good one. And we're just going to add these in one at a time. And just make sure you get that really combined before you add your next egg. See how I go with my next one. It's a good one too, but if I'm ever in doubt, it's a good idea to put it in a bowl first. And once you've got those combined, I'm just going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, or just a nice squeeze. And don't worry, I've got myself a new one. I remembered, but I'm going to get every bit out of that one. And then that's it. That's it for the appliance. Now, if you want to lick those, you go right ahead. And don't you feel bad about it at all. Oh, that just hit me in the knee. Oh my God. How does that happen? Oh. Did you just hear all that carry on from me? Well, I went to wind up my lead around my thing, like how I put it away, and that just cracked me straight in the knee. I do it with my vacuum cleaner all the time. That thing is so dangerous. I have had injuries, especially that ankle bone. So anyway, that was the carry on. Wow, that really hurt. I don't know why they call it your funny bone, because it's not very funny, is it? And now the rest of the ingredients, we're just going to stir it through. And the other ingredients that we have are 2/3 of a cup of Greek yogurt. Now you can use sour cream, but I never have sour cream in my fridge, but I always have yogurt. So I just use yogurt, and that's 2/3 of a cup, which I weighed that, and that's 160 grams. I can't help you out with what sour cream weighs, but you'll just go 2/3 of a cup. And then same in our orange juice, 2/3 of a cup, and I didn't weigh that. But I can quickly weigh that for you if you like. And that's 110 grams. Actually, I was a little bit short on the orange juice because my oranges were a bit small. So probably about 120 grams. So we're just gonna add our dry ingredients, our yogurt or sour cream, and our juice just a bit at a time. But we're gonna stir gently. So some of you dry, and I just put about 1/3. You probably do 1/3 of everything, and then you'll be good. And then just keep doing that until you get it all nicely combined. Now, if you don't have any oranges, or for some reason you don't want to use them, you can use lemon or mandarin in this. Is beautiful. And they are in season, all of our citrus. And then once you've got everything in, just give it one last really good mix. And if you guys could smell this now, these are so orangey. Oh, that's a big hunk of batter. I just flicked that onto the mat. That didn't just land on my head, did it? I'm pretty sure I felt batter just land on my head. I'll just go check. It actually did. Did you see that happen? I'll give you a close-up. And don't ask me how I did that. Because I don't know. Now, once your batter is completely combined, it's nice and thick. We want this really thick so that it's a nice, dense muffin. Look at that. Oh, now we can get it into our muffin pans. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the rest of this zest. Now, at the beginning of every recipe, I should tell you to preheat your oven. Now, I've got my oven set at around the 170, but if you're just using a regular oven, you go 180 degrees Celsius. Now, this recipe makes exactly 16 muffins. I know you like recipes where it just makes 12, but this one makes 16. So you're gonna have 4 extra ones. So now that you know that, you don't have to worry about how high to fill them or how much to put in. Just divide it equally. Now let's try and not flick this everywhere. And make sure you taste that batter. It's pretty good. But don't double dip into the mix. That would be naughty. And then as always, using your finger. And then that's it, exactly 16. Now remember, we saved some of this orange zest and we want to add that to a little bit of sugar and put it on the top of our muffins. Now I've got 3 tablespoons of Demerara sugar. I think that's how you say it. Well, that's how I say it. It's that really coarse coffee sugar that we used to put in our coffees. I don't know what anyone uses it for anymore, but that's what I've got, 3 tablespoons. And I'm just gonna put the rest of my orange zest in there with that sugar. And then just with your fingers, just give it a real scrunch through, or rub your zest through your sugar is probably the correct way of saying it. And then once you've done that, sprinkle it all over your muffins. Not forgetting these 4. And make sure you use it all up. Don't be stingy. And then we can get these in the oven. Now I've got 2 shelves in my oven, so I'm gonna put one on the top shelf and the other one on the bottom. And then we can alternate them as they start to cook. And then we're gonna cook these for about 20 minutes, but I'm gonna set my timer for 10 because that's when I think they're gonna need alternating and possibly turning around. I'll see how they go and I'll see you in 10 minutes. I'll go and see if I've got any more of that batter in my hair. I was just checking my muffins. I reckon they've got about 2 minutes to go. That's it. What's the timer say? Timer says 4 minutes. I reckon 2. We'll see. You can't always be right. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have watched that kitchen tour that I did, but once again, I would never have one of these sinks. I just smashed another bowl, one of those little glass ones that I use, the Pyrex ones. I just smashed it. I mean, it is my fault because I use the Sunlight soap to do my washing up and it is quite slippery and slimy. So that, along with the farmhouse sink, is an absolute disaster. So I just smashed the bowl. The glass stabbed me in the arm, in the wrist. My dad calls it claret. Claret everywhere. I just don't think that would have happened in a stainless steel sink. There's more room for error. These sinks look good, but for me, they are not practical. Good thing it wasn't my number 2 bowl. So let's get the tray of 4 muffins out and have a quick look at it. Let's have a quick poke. Oh, they feel pretty good. And remember, you can poke your muffins as well, you know. Oh, it's pretty clean, but I'm just gonna let the time play out. Exactly 20 minutes for me. God, it's gonna go off, but I'm gonna put them back. Oh. What was the point? I'll just leave them out. And then there's the big tray. I'll put them there where you can have a look at them. And I'll shut my oven door so that doesn't create another disaster. And look at those, they look fantastic. Now just let them cool in the tray for a few minutes. About 5, not 10, just 5. And then we can get them out and put them on a wire rack. Pretty impressive, aren't they? Well, you wait till you taste them. See you in 5. I'll put that coffee machine on. I just made myself a coffee. I'm not sure how you had yours. Sorry. You'll have to let me know. Right, these muffins out onto their trays. And you can tell that I sat them there for 5 minutes because they're not burning my fingers. Did you like my new muffin trays? They're pretty fancy, aren't they? Pink. And there they are, our beautiful orange poppy seed muffins. Now I don't see any reason why we can't just break one open now while they're nice and hot. I'll eat it warm with my coffee. Well, that's a helicopter you can hear. Look how excited I get. Now, unlike those cinnamon donut muffins, these ones come out of the cases real easy. Now, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to cut it open with a knife and make it all neat and tidy? Or do you just want me to break it open? I'm thinking break it open. Let's have a look at this muffin. Oh, look at that. Oh. It's not too spongy, like a spongy muffiny cake. It's nice and dense, but still really light and fluffy. Oh, and it's got a beautiful crunchy top. And I just know you guys are gonna absolutely love that. It's so orangey, it's really soft and light, but dense. It's just beautiful. And because we put the sugar and the zest on the top, you don't need to ice them, you don't need to do anything. You just need to enjoy them. So you go ahead, make a batch of these, and I'll see you for the next recipe. I didn't want my coffee going cold, so I had to hurry it along.